Adam Grant writes, "Lectures are not always the best method of learning, and they are not enough to develop students into lifelong learners." In the book of Acts chapter 11 verse 4 it states, "Step by step Peter explained what had happened." I've often been in the position of talking to teenagers who are about to go to college, or young adults who are home from college even, on what the purpose of higher education is. One thing that I have maintained is that if you go to college, and this does hold true actually I think for high school education as well, and when you graduate, if you think you are an expert and you think you learned everything there is to know about a particular topic, then I think you've missed the point of education. Education teaches you how to question the lessons and how to find answers, not confirm that you are now an expert. If that was the case, that you get done school and you're not an expert, I wouldn't read another preaching book ever again, because I know what I'm doing. Although sometimes I find it helpful to read preaching books to help me learn to communicate in a different way. The reality is we should be engaging in lifelong learning. What that means in the church is we have to listen to one another, but also that we have to be willing to do things differently, even though we've always done things a certain way. One thing I have found in churches is that churches are often hesitant to experiment with a new idea or new ways of doing things. And the pushback has to do with certain things never been done in that way. And it's more about comfort than it is about moving forward or bringing people together. We should always be engaged in the question of how to reach new people, how to talk about our faith better, how to engage with the world around us. These are questions that cannot be answered strictly by tradition alone. They require us to be lifelong learners and lifelong students. In church language, that means being a lifelong disciple of Christ, teaching one another when we learn something new and striving to live the gospel in a new way here and now.